You may remember last month I did a video highlighting this Atari Gamestation Pro paddle expander. It's basically a 3D printed wheel made by someone in the Atari community, a buddy of mine named Paul, that you can use to improve the response of the paddle on your Gamestation Pro. Now, when I did that video, many of you were excited and went to Paul's Etsy and picked up a set of these and supported him, which I think was fantastic. But another subset of you said, "That's great, but," you had a few concerns. It's a little too big, it's a little in the way, I wish it was a little smaller, that kind of thing. Well, this video is an update. Paul heard your comments and he did a redesign, and I'm going to show you what he did right after this. This video supported in part by...
Playing VR, I tend to sweat. It gives me an edge. So King of Nerds happens to give me an edge too. Let King of Nerds give you the edge. Bye, King of Nerds.
Hey there, welcome back to GenXGrownUp. I'm John and I am a GenXGrownUp. Thanks for taking the time to check out this quick update. So yeah, my buddy Paul, he's my buddy now. He was a viewer. We met through the channel and he watched videos and he had ideas and we got in contact and now we're buddies. My buddy Paul from Illinois. First of all, he wanted me to pass on that he's very grateful for the support that he got over at his Etsy store, people that headed over there and picked up some of those original paddles. And he was so enthusiastic about it. And he also took to heart your comments where you said things about it that you liked it, but maybe it was too big and it was in the way, or you couldn't leave it on all the time because of its size and whatever. Well, he went back to the drawing board and he sent me an updated package of his new design for these paddle expanders. The old ones are still available, but he heard your concerns and your suggestions, and back to the drawing board he went. So let's go to the table and check out his updated version of these paddle expanders. Here's the package Paul sent me this time around, and you know, it's kind of funny. He mentioned that he was a little embarrassed of the plain cardboard box he sent me last time because he didn't know I'd show it on camera. That tells you what kind of attention to detail Paul has for his work, even the box. He says this is what he actually ships when people order from him at his Etsy store, is this nice little slimline box. But let's get it open and take a look at these new, smaller versions of his little paddle tops. Oh, there they are. All right. New colors too, all right. We're going to try out these paddle toppers in just a second, but I wanted to share a little bit of this note that Paul sent me to show you just how much detail he put into this. From the comments of the first one, he saw that some people would prefer to keep the expander on at all times and the old one was too big. Other people felt that it was in the way, you know, when you were grabbing it, the joystick was in the way. And some people just had bigger fingers and they felt they would hit the joystick because the gap was too small. So, because of all of those reasons, and he kind of describes, you can pause it and read, because of all those reasons, he went into a redesign, and in fact, two new colors, which he calls Ryobi Green and DeWalt Yellow. Here's the first design that Paul presented, and I think just on its own, it's already fantastic. And remember, we compared that to an original Atari paddle controller, both in diameter and kind of the feel and the ridges on the side and everything. Felt very much just reminiscent of the same feel you'd have holding an Atari paddle versus the little wheel on the GSP's controller. And here's his solution for a smaller version. And you can see he followed the same design here that has this little springy, again, you can't really see, but you can feel if you put your fingers in. It's designed and printed to have a little bit of a spring to it, so it grips the top of that wheel. In fact, let's go ahead and put it on the top of a GSP controller or paddle. Since Paul followed his same designs, I'm guessing this is going to have a similar feel. Let's see. Yeah, look at that, grips right on. I can pick up the whole controller by this thing, but I can also pull it off easily if I want to. So you're not going to have that slipping off. And here's the design change that he was focused on. So first, it doesn't get in your way so much. The old one, you'll recall, let's swap it out and I'll show you. The old one was right up against, kind of against the joystick a little bit, and it was over the that ring of light. The new one, the smaller version, is just barely encroaching on that. His design idea was that you could leave this on all the time and it wouldn't get in your way when you're playing other games. I think the original design was great. I was very fond of that, but just like how My Arcade listened to us in the first place and put the paddle on here when we asked for it, Paul, another example of hearing what the community is interested in, said, well, yeah, I think this is great, but enough people were interested in this to say, yeah, here's another design. Let's say the green one. I like the green one better. Yeah, I kind of like the yellow one myself, but the green is pretty vibrant and bright. Yeah. Okay, we got to try it out, right? All right, we got our GSP up and running, and we have the new smaller sized paddle expander here on our GSP controller. I'm going wireless this time. Just last time I did wired, just something a little different. And yeah, let's try. I think we'll try Kaboom for sure. Still have that on medium paddle sensitivity. Good. All right. And let's see. Okay, yeah. It definitely gives me a little more room for my thumb. I have big fingers, and so I'm still going to rotate it a little bit like this. But I mean, you have clearance now that you didn't have before, most certainly. The same kind of grippy feel, though, compared to the original. Other than being a bit smaller, it's a trade-off, right? It's like, do you want to leave it on all the time? You go a little smaller? Do you want more accurate? So yeah, let's give it a try. Of course. Doing fine. That's what you want out of a paddle for Kaboom. Let's try one more. Let's see, let's pick the one that I'm the worst at. Where is Circus Atari? There it is. Okay. I'm terrible at this game, but I keep trying to play it, even though I can never do well, even on a stock Atari on a CRT, but let's give it a shot. You evil Circus Atari. Let's see what I have it set on. Medium, that seems fine. Okay, just the default game one. And you know how Circus Atari works. You move left to right with the paddle. You flip the teeter-totter with the button, and it's, you know, leverage. The further on the edge he is, the higher you'll send up the other little clown, so... Here we go. Nope, I'm using the joystick. That's dumb. There we go. Yep. Okay. Well, I haven't killed one yet. That's surprising. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I didn't try Circus Atari last time because I didn't want to embarrass myself or by association, Paul's extender like that, because I'm not really good at this game. But, I mean, I'm doing better than I typically would do, just having this little, oh, look at that. Oh, nice. I didn't know you could do that. Oh, yeah. Woohoo! Across the top, that's good stuff. I'm surprising myself with how much this little paddle extender is helping on a game that otherwise, I can't believe I made that catch. I otherwise do incredibly poorly at. So, again, Paul, really nice job, buddy. Well, here we are once again, and I'm saying that Paul's design, both his original and now his redesigned smaller version of these paddle expanders, have given me better control over paddle games when I play them on my Gamestation Pro. I couldn't believe how good I was doing at Circus Atari. That game's over in like 60 seconds for me, and I was doing surprisingly well, having fine control, more like I would have had it on my original Atari. So look, if you're interested in the originals, which I think are great, or these new redesigns, I'll put links down in the description to Paul's store. If you like these things, please support independent creators who are doing cool stuff out there for us. I think Paul is really doing a service to the community. And Paul, thank you for allowing me to share this with my audience. I think they're gonna really dig it. Hey, that's gonna wrap it up for this video. I'm so grateful that you take time to watch my videos. I know I say that all the time, but I really, every time I see another one tick up, I'm like, that's really gratifying, and I'm grateful that you're a viewer. I'm going to throw links here and here to some other GSP videos I've done. I certainly hope you found something to enjoy in this quick update. I can't wait to talk to you again next time. Bye-bye.